Let's bring into our discussion John Gong. He is a professor of economics at the University of International Business and Economics in Beijing. Good morning, Professor. Good to see you again.
Good morning.
So we've just heard about an academy for bodyguards, and lately we're seeing live stream influencers, esports, sportscasters, AI trainers, such a wide range of new jobs that didn't exist 5, 10, 15 years ago. What industries are you seeing the biggest boom in careers?
Well, as the economy develops, as the technology front line keeps pushing further, there would be developments of tangential industries, new sectors, new opportunities going up. So it's actually not surprising to see this kind of demand for new things coming onto the market, which didn't even exist only 10 years ago. Regarding the question, what areas that will be coming up, I think there'll be many areas associated with the new technologies, for example, in AI, in robotics. Overall, China is a manufacturing, mostly a manufacturing economy. And with manufacturing, there'll be more innovations associated with technology developments, and there could be more sort of service-oriented stuff associated with manufacturing. And I think this is a major, major development, and I would expect many new areas were coming up and offering more opportunities.
So there's demand for such opportunities, but what sort of support is out there for the development of skills needed for these new careers?
Well, that's how market operates. There's an old saying says that if you build it, they will come. There will always, if there's demand there, there will be people investing in these capabilities. There will be people seeking jobs in that area. And China's market is actually very good at it. I mean, the market here in China is very, very competitive, intensely competitive, as a matter of fact. And there's always a demand for an employment. We have a lot of huge labor force. We have 1.4 billion people, and I think overall the unemployment is still very much of a problem, especially for low-skilled people. So if there are opportunities, I'm pretty sure there are people investing in this area.
Right. Professor, how resilient would you say are some of these new professions? Are they just a fad, or are they here to stay?
Well, it depends. I think some of them probably may be fads, but some of them are more of a long-term thing. But overall, there's always going to be technological driven structural change in the labor market. I think the overall labor market is already changing a lot. Demand for service-oriented jobs is really increasing, and me myself working at a university can really sense that our graduate students, our undergraduate students going onto the job market, there is a feedback that the market is demand for a very different kind of education. So our university is also evolving as well.
China, as we know, has been focused on poverty alleviation. How has that helped to create new career paths and opportunities across the country?
The poverty alleviation initiative is mostly driven by the government. So, there's fiscal money, fiscal funds, funneling into this from the government. And I think the government is, very keen on trying to help with the most poor people, the poorest people, in terms of, helping them starting up a small business, finding jobs, stuff like that. So, I think this is a political task coming from the very top. And if you know anything about the Chinese administrative system, an order coming from the top is usually rigorously followed and rigorously implemented. So I think, at least there will be a lot of efforts at all levels of the government trying to achieve this grand goal of totally eliminating absolute poverty by the end of this year, as our President Xi has demanded.